The first day I went to the gym, there was a really good looking guy, nice abs, defined shoulders, big chest, not a V-taper look, but more of an X. I wanted to be like him. Looking at the Greek gods, I was inspired to have a physique matching that, but the only thing that was matching is, well. But luckily, becoming aesthetic is really simple on paper. Improve your chest, your shoulders, your lats, some of your upper back muscles like the teres, have good abs, and the final touch is being lean enough to show it. And that is the V-taper look. A look I never chased because it was lacking. I always wanted more of an X one with nice glutes and quads. Basically the whole anatomy book. But getting there is pretty simple. Focus on progressive overload, as in increasing the weight and the reps over time, and mechanical tension, as in pushing your sets close to failure. On paper it is simple, in practice it is physically and mentally demanding the more advanced you get. But where do you start? For lats, pull down. There is no point talking about biasing, but just to mention it quickly, it is going to hit your lower lats more and the teres muscles. Progress the weight so you can lift the whole rack for 3 sets in the 5 to 9 rep ranges, and your back is never going to disappoint you. Your calves will. Also, adding a rowing, potentially with a shoulder width grip, is ideal to hit the middle and the upper lats, because let's be honest, that's the part that really pops. And the same applies here. Have the intent of increasing the weight. A weaker muscle is often a smaller one. For chest, I prefer bench press, but many roads lead to gain city. If you like the barbell, do that. If you like the machines, do that. Try to have your arms angled towards your body so you can get more out of your bench pressing. But don't worry if it is not 67.3%. You will still get chest out of it. And don't forget to pray that you inherited good muscle insertions and shape, because there is a possibility that your chest is going to be outshined by your shoulders. But you can never complain. Play the cards that you are dealt with in the best possible way. Shoulders are the easiest. Pick an overhead pressing exercise like barbell, dumbbell, and get brutally strong. And people like saying the front delts are already overdeveloped from all the bench pressing. But are you sure about that? Have you seen someone with overdeveloped biceps just from doing rowing? Yeah, me neither. A muscle that is not trained is underdeveloped compared to the one that is being trained. And you can sprinkle in some lateral raises here and there, but don't go for the burn. And also don't play around with small weights. I get it, it is difficult to progress it because of the moment arm, but it is not impossible. And of course abs. They are not different from any other muscles on your body. They respond to training and high stimulus. And just thinking that compounds are going to be enough is a sure way to always complain about their underdevelopment. You don't need circuit training. Pick 1 to 2 exercises and progress them. You will see some veins developing and popping through your skin, and also the definition is getting deeper. I prefer a lying leg raise with dumbbells in between my feet, but you can also practice the hanging variation. There is no right or wrong way, and this will cover your V look. But we don't stop here. For legs, I'm going to go against the tradition. I hate squats. I have done them for years, and you can develop your legs, but nowhere near as good as doing leg press, hack squat, or pendulum squat if you have access to those machines. And this is mentally tricky. Pushing your sets close to failure is often the most challenging one, especially the last rep, when you feel like you have nothing to give, but you will have to fully commit and finish that rep. Progress the weights and push your sets close to failure or all the way to failure. I want to highlight this, but I'm too lazy to edit a highlight around this, so I'm just going to repeat it. Progressive overload, sets to failure. For glutes, hip thrust. It was a game changer. Weak glutes are not attractive. Doesn't matter what you are wearing, it's going to look bad. I know you have seen that or been there. I have been there, and it is never too late to change that. For hamstrings, you can do your deadlift, but they are still going to be inverted. Rather, aim your focus at a hamstring curl variation with the intent of maxing out the machine. Don't be afraid to push your sets all the way to failure, to absolute failure, because what's the worst thing that can happen? You can't move the machine and your hamstrings are growing. Doesn't sound too bad. And these are the most important things. And we say it again. Progressive overload, as in getting stronger over time, and pushing yourself close to failure to get enough stimulus to grow. Exercise selection belongs here, but as long as you are not doing gimmicky shit, there are many ways to get more jacked. Things to not worry about is your split. It is a way to enjoy your training and to fit it to your weekly schedule. Nothing else. These are never for nothing, but if you want to see your hard work, then it is time to dial in your diet. I don't want you to stress about macros. Just have enough protein. Double your lean body mass with 2. For me, that's 150 grams. I never hit it perfectly, but that's all the macros you need. Now, you need your calories. If you want to lose weight, then be in a deficit. From aggressive to slight, there are no rules. The only thing that's going to change is the level of difficulty and the time needed to get to your goal physique. Don't worry about getting to single-digit body fat. I'm around 13 to 14% and it is clearly good enough to see the definitions on my body. But don't let anybody say that you are doing too much or you are over-obsessing about it. If you would feel better being under 10% body fat, then do it, even if the road there is bumpy. After all, it is your body and you need to live in it. And if you are on the leaner side and you want to gain mass, then be in a slight surplus. But don't be in a huge one. Building muscle is a time-dependent procedure. You can't force feed it. You will only get fat. Even around 10 to 15% body fat you can optimally build muscle. But diet is not enough. Yes, you can create a deficit with it alone, but it is going to be close to impossible to sustain it. Don't be sedentary. Get out of your bed, chair. I understand you. I love playing video games, but sacrificing 2 hours of my day just to be in a body I love, worth every second. Have 10,000 steps per day, sometimes even more. It is going to give you a mental clarity and boosting your metabolism by burning more calories. There is going to be a declining learning curve, but as long as you get to your dream aesthetic physique, even if that takes 3 to 7 years, that is a small price to pay. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. Talk to you in the next one.